What's up, guys? Danny from CV Cycles. Got another video for you. This one is, as I have promised, on my personal Ultra Classic. So here it is. It is an 07. So first year of the 96 in these and first year of the 6-speed. So as you can see, it is it's pretty clean. You know, it is a used bike, but it's a very clean used bike. It is set up for a trailer. It's got a hitch as well as the wiring. I don't have a trailer for it, but it's set up for one. I've got a bunch of LED lights all over, including inside the saddlebags, so it makes it nice. You know, a whole bunch of Harley chrome add-ons and things like that. It is a little it's got bugs all over it right now because, well, I'm in the middle of a ride and I'm out in the country. So anyways, this is supposed to be a ride video. I'll do a walk around video later. So with it being a ride video, let's ride, and I'll tell you about my bike as we go. Alright, so I decided to go for a ride tonight. I'm out in Idaho, just barely into the Idaho border. I went on a back road. I'll head back on that same back road right now and back into Utah and home. But anyways, so my bike, it is a, like I said, 2007 Ultra Classic, 6-speed, 96 cubic inch motor. First year for both of those in this bike, and I'll tell you, I do like the combination. However, it was not a necessity for me when looking for one of these bikes. The reason for that is that when I originally decided I was going to buy one, it kind of was high up on the list to get, you know, the newest motor combination and transmission combination that I could afford at the time. However, after deciding to look for one, I took Cordell's bike on you know, a long trip, as I've talked about in the past, and his bike is an 88 with a 95 kit in it and a 5-speed. He rode his dad's 08, and it is anniversary edition, so it's got all the bells and whistles, and man, I'll tell you, that bike is so nice. It is so nice, and it's got the 110. It is just all around beautiful bike. It is so sweet. So his had the 6-speed and, you know, all of that stuff, and I rode both of them on that trip, and to be completely honest with you, I did love the 110 and that whole bike and everything like that. It had the fatter front tire, you know, the whole 9 yards, and it was awesome, but it wasn't that much more awesome than Cordell's 88. And to be completely honest with you, when we're heading down the road, if we're at 60-65 miles an hour, there's really only like a 300, 400, maybe 500 RPM difference between what Cordell is at and what mine is at between 5th and 6th gear. So it really was not a huge necessity for me. It is a convenience to have 6th gear, but really not something I had to have. I am glad I have, but like I said, it was not a selling point. So this bike is pretty much stock. I do have a true dual full exhaust on the bike, and so with that, I've got a Rush head pipe and I've got Reinhardt slip-ons. And then I do have a full stage 1 and a tuner for the bike. Other than that, it's 100% stock. So I mean, no engine work really has been done, you know, so it's just a good running, you know, touring bike. So the guy that I got it from is an older gentleman. He said he bought it when his friend started riding. and then his friends were getting too old and decided they were done riding, so he stopped as well. And that's who I got it from. So he was the original owner. I am the second owner on this bike, and it has currently, I just passed 27,000 miles this week. So for these big bikes, this thing is barely broke in. You know, as I've said in past videos, high miles on these big bikes doesn't scare me one bit, because these bikes, I've seen tons of people go well over 100,000 miles on the original motor, and they're still going. And like I've said in the past, Cordell's bike is about at 80,000 miles, and I would hop on that thing and seriously ride it across the country and not worry one bit of, you know, whether we're going to make it or have issues or anything like that. So this thing it should go for, you know, forever, as long as, you know, it's maintained, which I keep up on maintenance pretty well on these bikes. So it's given me absolutely no problems. It's been a great bike. The only thing that I cannot stand about these big bikes is they get shitty gas mileage compared to the smaller bikes that I'm used to. You know, even when I had like an Intruder that was a 1400, any of those bikes, I still got way better gas mileage than this bike. And I hear that Harley has made it better with the Milwaukee 8. I'm not sure if that's true, but, you know, it couldn't get much worse. So, you know, you give a little to get a little. I mean, I gave up good gas mileage to get all this, you know, comfort in the ride and stuff like that. So, you know, give and take. But, you know, if that's the only problem, the only real big gripe that I have, then, you know, I've done pretty well, and Harley has done a pretty dang good job building these bikes. Because, you know, like, as I've said in the past, man, I have owned tons of motorcycles, you know, and I've rode, I mean, almost every kind of motorcycle you can think of, I've rode. So to have no complaints on this bike other than gas mileage, you know, there's some little creature comforts. The intercom system on this doesn't work very well, and that was a widespread Harley-Davidson problem, and they know it and have since gone away from that entire system. It's now all Bluetooth, and you know, we don't have to worry about any of that anymore. So but this still works. I can use it just in the CB setting, and everything works. It just doesn't work like it's designed to be voice activated and, you know, all of that crap. But anyhow, so yeah, this bike, you know, when I was looking for a new bike, I did not want one of these big, I wanted the hard saddlebags. I did want that, but I did not think I needed all this fairing and all this BS, and the trunk, as I said in other videos, I've always thought that the trunk just screamed grandpa bike, and I still truly believe that it does, but it's so convenient. I seriously thought when I bought this bike that I was going to buy the conversion kit to take that trunk off, but I love the convenience of it. It does look retarded, but I love the convenience, so it will stay at least for a while. I was seriously looking at a Road King. As I said in my iconic bike video, the Road King to me is like the iconic Harley Davidson. It by far, looks wise, stock from the factory, is my favorite bike. You know, and if it wasn't a Road King, it would be a Street Glide, honestly. So I could make this bike look pretty much like one of my favorites. And I probably would have done that had I not rode Cordell's bike for an extended period of time. And when I came home from that long ride down south, I instantly said, no, I need, you know, all those comforts, all that stuff that I didn't think that I needed. So lo and behold, I started looking. It took me a little while to find the one I wanted, with the features I wanted, the colors, you know, everything like that. And here it is. I'm on it right now. So no complaints, honestly, none. I love this bike. you know, it is what it is. I loved, you know, all of my bikes for different reasons. But this one all around is a great bike. It's not super fun in town because it's huge, but you know, you get used to it. It's pretty nimble, especially even at lower speeds, especially for such a big old bastard of a bike. But you know, again, I love the bike, so I can't really bitch too much. So anyways, yeah, everything works on this bike, and I'll show you that the radio works. The spotlight's currently on. I got speakers in the front and the rear. Here you go, I'll let you listen.
Jimmy Ball, a dirty nigga dead. Kids, one like to live, it's so hard to be positive when niggas shooting at your drink.
So there you go. You may not like my taste in music, you know, so I won't play that very long, but it goes back to my video about helmets. I currently have a full-faced helmet on, and you know, you could hear that just fine. The full face, I mean, the speaker or the microphone is inside my, like right on my cheek in this helmet, so you can hear it just fine. These guys that complain about it they're full of shit. They just want an excuse not to wear a helmet. You know, and to each their own. As I said in that video, I don't understand it, and I wish that somebody that was such a helmet hater could try to explain to me what they're getting out of a ride that I'm not. But so far, I haven't had anybody take me up on that. So, you know, I guess I'll wait to see if anybody ends up taking me up on that. So, anyhow, back to this bike. You know, like I said, it's stock pretty much. I've changed out a few things. I still got some things that I would like to change out to, you know, just for my personal likings. But all in all, this bike is fantastic. And as you can tell, you know, you've been with me now a good 10 minutes. No weird noises. You know, it runs really, really good, really smooth, everything like that. You know, the clutch is great, the brakes are great. I'm a two-finger braker, and this gives me absolutely no problems. You know, everything works. So yeah, I can't complain. And you know, I'll do a little more detailed walk around video. I won't get super crazy into it because, you know, this is not a bike that is for sale. But I will show you the walk around and all the add-ons and, you know, things like that on my bike. You know, just show people. So anyways, until then, guys, check us out on Instagram, on Facebook, obviously on YouTube because you're watching this video on YouTube. And go check us out on our website, cvcycles.com. I've made a bunch of videos. They are in the process, a bunch of them in the process of editing. And I've got some bikes that are going for sale that are in the process of editing on those videos. So they will be up for sale. I'll have videos on YouTube, and then I'll link those to our websites and everything else. So you'll have all the information needed when you go to look at a bike. So anyhow, if you guys have any suggestions on a topic or anything like that for a video, let me know, and we'll go ahead and make videos, you know, if you guys want to see them. So this is my turnaround, and anyways, look forward to those videos, guys, and until then, keep it on two wheels. See you guys.